It's time for Power Hour.
Hello, traders. Welcome to the stream where it is Power Hour. It is the last 60 minutes before the daily candle closes. You're looking at the daily on the big screen right now. As for what is it? How many days? Like 8 days in a row rejecting the 200 simple moving average. The good news is, great news. You know, we were starting to see a breakdown last night. Asia was selling, but when Wall Street opened, there weren't really any sellers. The bids came in the afternoon, and look at you now. Pivoting, I guess. 82,500 when you got to a low point today, 81,200. So off the lows. And so you just got to say, for now, it's good that we caught zero follow through. And that's all we can hope for. Where the index funds, the futures, did not really have a good day today. Sold off. Big tech, man. Oh, the smell of big tech really hampering this market. We're going to look at those. The Mag 7, Tesla just can't catch a break. They can't. Okay, so still below the 200. Very flat. Churning. That is the word. Bitcoin is churning in between two major levels. Good luck with that. I can't make the markets be more favorable, or I can't make there be an edge. I can't make there be liquidity in this market. Crypto is a liquidity graveyard right now. No, it's just a bunch of bots, dude. No one's trading this stuff, really. Not many humans. Retail, gone. They've been gone. They're bankrupt, dude. So just waiting for market conditions to improve. Waiting for liquidity to come back, because it's not here right now. That's okay. There was plenty of it last year. Plenty. After the 8-month consolidation phase. Oh, terrible. So, yep. So we are. We can look at big one dominance, which I'm sure is probably sideways. Yeah, dumping. Okay, they've tried again. They failed until tomorrow when Bitcoin dumps and this thing pumps. Whatever. So they're still, third time now, failing to break an ungodly resistance of 61.68%. You do not want to see this level broken. You are praying to God that this sustains, right? This failure to break out sustains, like it's a triple top or something. That's all you can hope for, because to break above 61.68%, as I've just been discussing, is doom for altcoins. Utter doom. They'll be way lower, and probably Bitcoin will be lower too, but just not as bad as the alts. Okay, all right, cool. Just doing what we do on, stream. Here's your futures. Already closed. New open. It's up 0.43% on the new day. Still an unfilled gap, right? That's the hopium here. Like, all right, it's good that there's no follow through of this very small pattern, right? So the hopium would be maybe, the index funds pivot and rally more, and then Bitcoin would in turn run too, and we would see a gap fill at 87,115 right here. Unfilled. It is the only gap that has not filled around you, anywhere in the vicinity, okay? All gaps have been filled except this one. So cannot be surprised if we got it, okay? The price action is just choppy. You got a downtrend going on, and 2 months now, lower highs, lower lows consecutively. This being the lowest low, this being all the lowest high so far. So just waiting on something, man. Sellers can't really get it together, can they? They haven't yet, which is again a good thing. So,
since we started out on Bitcoin, let's go further into crypto.
Sure thing, Maxine. Ethereum, it's flat today. You can't believe it. I can't believe this news. Where earlier today it was at 1870. What a resounding recovery off the lows of the day. I mean, you were up almost 3%. That's what I'm talking about. No liquidity, man. It probably didn't take much to move this thing. So, still below the key inflection points, just giving you your update, your daily update when I'm here. It's like we're just monitoring the price action we're getting now. Same crap as we've been receiving since the 11th of March. After that big breakdown, you're still broken down. You're still below key levels. If you want any hope or prayer for Ethereum, we need to see the buyers come in and recapture $2,000, $2,050, and then hold it. Sustain prices above that level after a few tests for a while. That's what we need. We don't have it yet, but I can't wait until it happens, if it does, okay? We want, right? We don't know if it's going to happen, but we would want something like this if we could freaking get it, okay? That would make it very easy to manage risk, right? To set up a stop loss back below the level and a good entry with decent upside potential if it was actually going to hold, okay? And then rally off the lows. But you don't have it yet, and we have to wait. We're waiting. I'm waiting every day, man, with you. Okay, that's where we're going live, checking it out. Okay, not yet. All right, maybe tomorrow. We're waiting. XRP off the lows.
PayPal to the rescue tomorrow.
Also Cash Money, yeah, it was FOMC. FOMC. Gonna be a big day. We're gonna cut interest rates. I don't know if if it's bloody enough. And we know Jerome Powell deep down hates Trump. Dude, I mean, that's insiders. They hate Trump. So maybe we should do a poll. Maybe we should, yeah, poll would be great, right? For that. Will J. Powell cut rates tomorrow? Raise? Yes. No. Because that's it, right? I mean, that'd be, we could add an option and be like, no, he'll raise them. No, it would be cutting. All right, there's your poll. We still have another poll that is outstanding and is not resolved yet. Will winner or loser?
Tip $25. EOS party time, brothers.
What's up, Anon? Thank you so much, dude, for the 25. EOS party bus? Really? Yeah, I'm bringing my keychain with my EOS on the keychain, dude. Thank you. We'll look. Certainly. We'll treat it like it's a top crypto, too. XRP way up its lows. 222. What is it? Recovered off those lows now. About 3% off the lows. So we definitely had ourselves a little crypto recovery in the past 3 to 4 hours. For sure. So thank God. Because it was a lot nastier earlier today. And that little green shooting star, bearish engulfing candle. Okay, well, when follow through, you were getting it, and then yeah, no liquidity, man. That is right now potentially a lower high than these two highs. Both of these highs were lower than this high. So and this is a lower low than this low on the candle closes. So you don't really want to start having a rally that just fails to go even close to 265 when we had just tested it once and then twice and then pretty much thrice. I mean, March 6th, that's like a nice bearish back test, up thrust back test before rolling over. You don't want to fail here to see that again. So I'm glad to see we're off the lows. We're only down 2.09%. But man, it could be so much better. Could also be so much worse. Dead middle of two levels. So it's really hard to manage your risk. It's just like Bitcoin right now. Okay. It was crazy yesterday, that $400 million short position on 40-time leverage. At one point, they were down 35%. They were down $4 million. And then by last night, they were up $4 million. They were up 35%. So they had a complete and utter swing and reversal in their position, in their P&L. And now, chopping away, getting closer and closer back to even on their entry. So I guess we're still monitoring that. He made 9 million. So did he sell? He exited at what, 81K? How did he know? Like, what are these people doing? What framework are they applying? I don't think they are. Alrighty, closed out. He's a genius, man. Man bun double top. It was him. He's always short. He's always long. Okay, so there's your XRP. Let's look at Solana. Only down 2%. They recovered it, man. They recovered it. I guess everything's good. Welcome to a market where there's no liquidity anymore. It's dead. No one's trading but computers and bots. Welcome to a world where an asset has lost 61% of its value in less than 2 months. And it's at support. It's failing at support. Bearish price action correlation. Now, and it was terrible. Like, you were breaking support. It was so bad. What is it recovered off the lows? This market's such a fraud, dude. Oh, it's up 3% off the lows, and they're going to somehow recapture the bottom of the zone now. Like, have fun. Have fun. You could be long or short, depending on whichever way the effing illiquid wind blows now. Right? Oh, argument to be long above 124, 24.65. Yeah, argument, because that's the key level where it reverses. But then at the same time, you just put in the lowest high. You just had a bearish back test of the key support level. That was the old trade setup level. It's now resistance. Bearish engulfing candle still active. So it's like, really, it might be a good idea to do nothing. This market is so cooked. I'm just waiting for something to happen, because it is happening. Violation, recapturing, but then bearish back test. Then it's breaking the key supports again. Oh, no, just kidding. Stock market's closed. $5, five people, bought and brought this thing up to 125, and now it's going to hold above support. Good luck, dude. Good luck in this market. That's what we're dealing with. I could easily see this at $90. Like, who's going to come in and actually drive this thing to 190, 180 anyway? Who's going to do it? Either way, powers are defending until they're not. Yeah, what a joke, dude. Well, I guess we could look at we're going to treat EOS like it was a top tier crypto, man. Here's total, by the way. Jonathan, how you doing, man? How you doing?
I like turtles.
Still just floating on. It could pump, dude. Like, this wave structure is still valid. I'm just saying, reiterating, because again, this is all you get, right? Hey, look, dude, it was March 10th. Holy crap, it's 8 days later. 8 effing days, over a week, and it's just garbage. Just nothing. Just sideways. So, yeah, sure, they pivot here on low volume and we rally, and then we head on up to 2.9 trillion and everyone's bullish again, even though we understand the trend will not reverse until you are with levels of confirmation and strong price action, volume, whatever, above $3 trillion. That's the only way this trend reverses. So, this structure here could still be valid with a run all the way up here. Still valid. Because then later, they just take it lower. Oh, it's late March. Okay. Yep. Fun market to cover. It really isn't, man. Not a fun market to cover. When they suck the liquidity out of this market, when assets are down 60%, like the biggest market cap cryptos in the world, top 10 are down 60% in less than 2 months. That just shows you where the liquidity went. It's gone. It's out of this market. So imagine how illiquid the rest of the market is. It's even worse. It's even more illiquid. So it does not take much money to move these scam assets at all. So you just really at this point cannot be surprised if they defend this level and SOL goes to 160. Just as easily as it falls below 123 and it collapses to $90. Yeah, really tough, man. Really tough when You're trading against computers, and that's it. No humans. Okay, so yeah, EOS. Yeah, it was EOS, dude. It was going to do it. Up, oh my God, it's up 12%. They're recapturing a key level, man. They're doing it. See what I'm saying? Illiquid, dead market. It probably took nothing to move this thing up 12%. Very, very little amounts of money. Yeah, you're dealing with an asset that has, look what it did. What did this thing do? It lost 71% of its value in 96 days. 71% just gone. So you get down to destroyed levels. You make a 98% retrace from the low before the election. Yeah, these things happen. So you're back above 52 cents, which is an old all-time low from September 2023. A long time ago. That's great, man. I mean, that was a request. Someone wanted to see that. So it's like, okay, we're looking at it. Anonymous, thank you. Yeah, I don't know. So Cash Money just super chatted. He didn't request anything. So, okay, cool. But then, you know, like, all right, this one's up today. But then you look at something like Shiba Inu. And it's like, oh my God. Of course they're going to just randomly recover here, right? Because the market's a scam. But I'm just telling you, $1,300. This is such a real level. I mean, it is beyond real. It was support. You see it. It's not my opinion. It's just there. It was the battleground. Not just there. It was support. It was resistance. It was this scam wick high from 2021. It was a reversal area every time. And so now the sellers have violated it. They have now, the rally came in, bear market rally, joke of a rally, right? Buyer inducing rally. And look what they did. What was once always support in 2024 flipped to resistance for sure. That's just real. 2 days of that. The wicks. Look at the follow through now, like shooting star stuff, evening star, and you're just about to close in 32 minutes below the level. I mean, that's really bad. I mean, that's like, wow, you have a great argument for way lower prices if this is real. All bets are off when illiquid Bitcoin just pumps, man, to 89K, 87K to fill the gap. Goes to 89K, 400 or 4 hour, 200 something moving average, but it still ends up being a lower high. People get stopped out, and then it rolls over later. But I mean, you look at stuff like this, and it's just terrible. Like, why would you ever want to own this trash currently with this price action? You wouldn't. Oscillator is great too. The RSI at 42.6, so much downside potential before you become oversold again. So it's just. What am I supposed to do with this data, with this information? You want me to like try to post trade setups on this crap? The only thing you could do is go short or not own this at all, not do anything until they recapture 1340. What a joke, man. Okay, what about Doge though? It was going to do things. It was going to take over the world. But wrong Doge, sorry. So this one, yeah, it was this one. Oh God, it was like triple bullish divergence. Whoa. And the divergence, right? You're seeing like, you know, 1 and 2 and then a third, like it was so bad, right? They just continued it. It turned into class C bullish divergence on the lower low. No, it's kind of actually class A. My God. Triple bullish divergence on Doge chat. This is what you got. I mean, that is, if that's not terrible, if that's not unreliable, lack of performance, I don't know what is. When you see such a strong level of seller exhaustion and all the buyers are able to do with that is rally the asset to 17.5, 17.8 cents. Remember, this was the third target of the trade setup. It was the exit of the short, right? The entry was up here, the bearish back test, right? Target 3. You're now trading below target 3, and it was once resistance. It was once resistance. Resistance, get it? It's now resistance again. Oscillator completely reset, but you're in the bearish control zone. You're like 37. I mean, it could go way lower right here. But of course, Bitcoin pumps, man, because it's in, like, you're flipping coins on Bitcoin in the middle of 73.8 and 92K. You're flipping coins. So the coin flip happens and Bitcoin pumps. Doge is going to rally too. It's just going to underperform Bitcoin. But man, this trend is so bad. It's such a well-established downtrend, and so much work has to be done for us to be able to definitively say that the trend has reversed again to the upside. Higher highs, higher lows consecutively. All you're seeing are lower highs, lower lows, and now bearish price action at key levels. It's awful. What am I supposed to do with this market, man? For real? What do you want from me? Like, it's dead. They kill it. Like, you go through booms, and this is a boom and bust market, and we're still in the bust. The liquidity draining. It's continued to drain. When will it come back? We don't know. We don't know when it's going to come back. But I'll tell you this, if Nvidia and Google and Microsoft are struggling and they're still having drawdowns, if those assets, best money-making machines in the history of human civilization, if those assets aren't catching bids on the stock market, what makes you think these scam coins with no intrinsic value that make no money, even if they did make money, they'd never have to prove it to you legally, where do you think they're going to be? That's kind of something to think about, right? Philosophically. If Google can't catch bids, why would Doge or Shiba catch bids? Look what's happening to Google. Went and made its lowest price since September. Lowest daily candle close since September. Today. Not yesterday. 2 days ago, actually. But today. Fresh lows on Google. So not a good market for scams that don't make money, because the assets that are not scams that do make money are struggling technically really hard right now. But Mama said 120. I know, Mama did say. Okay, so yeah, I mean, we'll look to the crypto and spend enough time on that market, right? Okay, S&P 500, the spider, down 1.08% today. What is crappy? Okay, what's like not fun about this today? Yesterday was kind of cool because it's like, hey, chat, buyers have formally recaptured the July 16th old all-time high and the same August high. It was recaptured, right? They violated it on the date of March 10th. They recaptured it yesterday. Nice. Candle close. We got this, man. And then what? Gap down. What'd they do? Traders have settled up below that level. And really, they gapped it down. And the gap down, you pretty much back tested what was once resistance. It's now resistance again. In what world is that good? It's not a good thing. But again, a liquid market. I could just gap it back up tomorrow. No big deal, man. But yeah, that is a very nice impulse down. And you think, okay, yeah, we'll probably get a reflexive rally at some point. We thought it might be happening, right? But maybe not. Maybe that's it. Unfortunately, this is the crappy thing about the spider. Look at the oscillators. There is nothing about this that implies that sellers are exhausted at all. That's what sucks, right? No seller exhaustion.
AI Mullen tip $25. Hi Mitch, can you look at LAC on the NYSE?
IA Mullen, yeah. Lithium Americas Corporation is phenomenal looking. Very, very different than big tech and the index funds. Crypto. LAC looks good. I added some today. Yeah, we'll look at that. Thank you. There's a structural development at levels that makes it make sense. But on this, You're flipping coins. Don't let anyone fool you. If this thing breaks above 565 tomorrow randomly, congratulations on your coin flip. This thing continues to draw down. Well, I mean, it actually would make more sense after what we did today. That's just awful, man. Looking at it more. Okay, Dow Jones, how we doing? Not as bad, but still. I mean, they rally it to test the 200-day simple moving average, where we had not even touched the 200 moving average since 2023, November 2023. Here we are in March 2025. They not just broke it, they've now regarded it as resistance. My issue is you're in just such bad shape, because even if they were just now, it's happening, starting tomorrow, we're going higher. It's going to most likely manifest into a lower high than the previous discernible swing highs, and that's going to be distribution, and that's not what we want to see. So, yeah, when assets get, or when index funds get cooked like this, eventually you get squeezes, you know, shorts finally take profit. Short-term oscillators are overcooked, and they need to get reset, and you get, again, reflexive rallies, but it hasn't even really started. You got a couple good days, that's nice, but actually, why is it not? Why did we not continue today? I mean, Jensen Huang had a keynote with NVIDIA. They're partnering up with GM. It didn't work. All these bullish things not working. Oh, executive orders and stockpiles and Bitcoin strategic reserve. Nothing working.
One thing from learned you that trading is totally a patience game, and take shot a right time.
What's up, Love Jeep, man? Win type 2s. Well, there was a type 2 on HYMC more recently. Breakout watch and bam. ACHR, right? Qubits, levels of confirmation. But yeah, win type 2s. The issue is, like, index funds, we are literally analyzing the market in the midst of an impulse phase. But wait, just before the impulse phase, we were analyzing this index fund in a consolidation phase. The shark was identified, and it was just sitting there. It's like, and the only thing I could say to you was, it's the highest risk situation you could ever dream of to take a fresh long. That's every single day what I'd been saying on these index funds at these pattern completion zones, whether it was the butterfly, the deep crab, the shark. They were all completing up there. What are you doing? It's the least surprising thing ever if something like this happened. So again, that pattern, it took a good 63 days to develop. It took time, 2 months, man. Now we're impulsing. Really nothing to do then. Who knows right now? I mean, what have you even done? You finally, or from this high to low, it seems like you've made a 23% retrace. So you have valid anchoring. So if they just made a common retrace, 42.8, you know, Dow theory, 618, 43.3, those could be targets if they continued to recover. But like, there's not much evidence that this thing's even done selling off. Good God, making new lows and stuff. We'll see. I hope it does, though, right? I want everyone's 401ks, Roth IRAs, SCPs, everything you could dream of, brokerage accounts. I want them all to go higher every day for a long time. But it did that. It happened. What do you want, man? You're out of your effing mind. It happened. Look at this. NASDAQ, real bad. I mean, I don't even know what to tell you, dude. Here yesterday on St. Patrick's Day, and like can't get excited. Top of the morning to you, top of the bearish back test to you. 18K, that old high from last year, regarded formally as resistance, and you just gap down today. So until you're back above 18K, it's really bad. It's terrible. It's like I don't even want to think about the NASDAQ at this point. I mean, what happens if you're just bear flagging here? God. And the problem is, right? We look for price action to correlate to levels. Well, we just had it, and it was unfavorable, and now we're trading below it. And I'm sorry, but below 18K, there's straight up nothing till 16.6. There just isn't. I can't help it. So there could be more pain. I mean, the oscillator, the RSI reset, I mean, you're at 35 right now, 36. A lot of downside potential before they become oversold again, and then maybe we start showing divergence. It's just bad, man. But just remember, before the bad was all this effing good. Holy crap, it was incredible. So such a bad beatdown in such a short period of time. You're flipping coins longing, and you might be correct if you went short on that, but it's like you could get squeezed so hard before it makes a lower high than this 20K and rolls over again, and then the downtrend starts getting established. We don't really have enough evidence yet that the trend has truly reversed on the index funds. Like Bitcoin, we know for a fact we got a downtrend. We've been making lower highs, lower lows since January 21st, January 24th. We got evidence of it. Wyckoff distribution, last point of supply, all that. Play by play, right? Bearish back test of old supports for 90 days, flip to resistance, lower high locally than the previous high, bearish wave structure. Below the 200 moving average, all of it. Okay. NASDAQ, you don't really have that yet. You just had a nasty impulse. And it's still kind of gross. Ugh. IWM. Yeah, they recaptured $200. Okay. Again, is there a structure here? Nah, no structure. This RSI was cooked. 20 hit 23. And now it's just sitting in the bearish control zone, 36.88. Yeah, nothing to see here. Just kind of downtrending, at least for a while. I don't know if we have a channel or anything. Something like, oh, hey, man. All right, I like this little... Hey, it's like Ethereum. It's a pretty cute channel there. Where it's almost like they violated it, but then they recaptured it. So you're in this oversold threshold of the downtrend. And holding horizontal line supports. Okay, cool. No edge, no confirmation at the support at all. All right. Let's go to gold real quick. So... sing its praises and its glory. Hype in the chat. Highest daily candle close, highest price ever. $3,038.35 was the height. And on the close, $3,034.11.5. Beautiful. Something's going on, man. It's getting melty up in here. Do we have, I mean, the 2618, 3200. While what's up, Mr. Music? Think you did. Popcorn. It is kind of a popcorn situation, right? I mean, like, I'm not looking to take a shot on an asset with no intrinsic value and a pretty well established downtrend for 2+ months. Unfavorable price action at key levels. 24-hour market. Like, who knows what Asia's gonna do? It's tough, man. I'm talking about crypto. It's just... yeah, I mean, the only thing you can do is, like, if you were taking a position, it'd be, like, on the top 3 or 4, and that's it. Like, nothing else has enough liquidity, I don't think. It's like, we don't want to trade anything under million volume. I don't even think these cryptos are getting that, like, for real. All these 36 million of them? No way. I'm in the chat for golds, 3200s, the 2618. Crazy break. Silva, highest daily candle close confirmed since October. So the highest close of 2025, continuing to march upward in a very well established uptrend. Remember, this was all about the monthly. And then the rising 3 methods never got invalidated. It was close, real close to invalidating, but it didn't. By like a couple dollars, and then the engulfing and then the continuation. So really cool to see this strength. 12 days, 22 hours till the monthly close, but you're going for the highest monthly candle close since effing September of 2012. Metals are doing it, man. Silver, right? Aggressive harmonic targeting, 37.50, 49.85. Those are the levels. You're getting real close to big breakout. If they break 34.50, it could very well melt up, or we should say smelt up at this point. So everyone needs to have their alerts set up above like 34.50, 34.60, because breaking that, major implications. Okay, it's a huge technical level where it's reversed before, twice. It's been support. It was even support in July 2011. So pay attention, man. Yeah, what a market, man. What a market. A lot of fat getting trimmed, and you can see it, right? I wonder if they've updated the egg prices yet on commodities. Have they? I don't think they have. Yeah, see, egg prices, they still haven't given us the data. This thing is going to crash when we get new data because it's down tremendously. Okay, still wait. I don't know when they give us it. It's like once a month, I guess. Once every couple weeks. I think it's once every month, for real. BTU up 6.2% today. Wow, this thing has been getting murdered. Peabody Energy. Wow, looks like a freaking S-coin. Worse than an S-coin. Seafood futures. Greg Seafood. This thing was awful, man. Oh my God.
Just for
All-time
being here,
lows.
watching your highly valuable streams for years and feel blessed and grateful. Heart emoji, THX made for real.
Catharis Music, thank you so much, dude, for the super chat contributions and very kind words. Thank you, dude. Really appreciate you and everyone else, and I mean, just patrons, Citadel members, everyone has just been, supporting this community for so long. 100% crowdsourced. Without y'all, what are we gonna do, man? So, really appreciate it. I just, I wish we were in a different point in time where opportunity was a lot more frequent. There was more liquidity in the markets. It's just, we just went through it, though. We just had it, man. Remember 108 Bitcoin? Hey, man, I need some trade setups at 108. Could you give me fresh long trade setups in crypto at $108,000? We were there, man. It was like, what? So here is X, United States Steel Corporation, U.S. Steel, and this thing looks real good. Looks real good. Highest daily candle close confirmed today since November of 2024 of last year, and probably going to go test that big $45 level, $46. If they break it, man, I'm well-established uptrend, nearing a huge breakout where this would be major, just like reversal in 2014, 2018. To break that would be something else. It could go on a huge run. So just pay attention to the higher lows and the higher highs that continue to develop. All right. Man, how many commodities were up today? How's live cattle futures? Man, you will eat the bugs. Steak continuing to run, man. That was the second highest daily candle close we've ever seen today on live cattle futures. After a beautiful bullish back test, what was once resistance has flipped to support. They're attempting that rally. 69 on the RSI. It's a work of art. Feeder futures, feeder cattle futures, right? What they feed the cattle that are all near all-time highs. It is all-time highs. You did it today. You did it yesterday. Okay, what it cost to feed cows. The futures, all-time highs. Not going to get cheaper going to restaurants, going to the grocery store. Not with this stuff. It's okay, they're alternatives. You can eat lentils and hogs. Hogs. Hog futures. But hogs is on the rise. My God, a higher low with a bullish hammer. Are you kidding me? They turning this around on hog futures? Oh boy, I would not be bearish below 78 bucks. Man, that's such a big level. And now it's like too much demand. They can't even test that support again. Now you're above the 200s. Okay, hog futures, bacon's going to maybe get more expensive. At least it looks like it on the technicals, what the buyers are doing to it. So, okay, well, maybe we could, eat some cheese instead, right? Cheese would be good. How's cheese doing? It's probably fair market price. Nothing obscene about cash settled cheese futures. 181. No problem, man. Same price we were at in 2010. How's oil? That was not, dude. I'm really looking at this from September all the way to December when we kept testing it, flirting with it, and kept recapturing it. We're no longer doing that. Look at this price action now. That is so different than what we were seeing throughout 2024, at least the half end of 2024. Oil looks technically, that price action correlation is such a real level. It's not an effing joke, dude. This is the first time price has been correlating like this to this level. So, look at this. Look at the freaking RSI is just right at 40. What if they roll this thing over? There's so much downside before it becomes oversold. So I'd be very cautious on U.S. oil. Stop loss on a short above 68.50, I guess. 61.74 would be a target if this is actually playing out like this. Middle East heating up. Okay, well, technical things happen. War happens. Okay, this thing would spike, obviously, but what's the data today? That's bad. That's something that that is uncharacteristic of the price action we've been receiving at 67 bucks since May of 2023. I just want to see the implications of that, if it's real, because they've been testing it since March 7th. Okay. Natural gas, what an uptrend. Continuing higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows is beautiful. And they take this thing above 460. It's a straight shot to $6. So natural gas, good trend. Unlike U.S. oil. Okay, U.S. oil is the complete opposite of natural gas in terms of trend analysis right now. Beautiful trend. And it all happened at the level that it normally happens. Every time. 160, 190, the bottom. And if it not immediately, eventually. And then copper, sorry, like off the metal, copper's incredible. Highest daily candle close confirmed today on copper since May 21st of last year. Wow, you are nearing the edge of it all. Yeah, copper futures nearing all-time highs. Seems like in these market conditions, it very well could or would. Let's be paying attention to this one. Very strong. Stronger than silver in a way. Good trend. Okay. So I spent a little time. Orange juice futures. Anyone orange juice? Oh my God. Sweet mother of Jesus. Orange juice futures today, lowest daily close since May 11th, 2023. The party always ends. Always ends on commodities. on everything really, but cocoa futures and now orange juice futures. The issue with cattle futures, holy guns, is it's not really going too crazy. It consolidated for like half a year plus. Bullish consolidation, reaccumulation, breakout back test just happened. Now they're starting to run off that bullish back test. Kind of like what we saw in orange juice futures in July and June of last year. That's what cattle futures doing now. So it could be going much higher, all-time highs. Good God, man. What a freaking wedge, though. All right. Wait, check oats. Oats not having a good day, but that's okay. Still look great above 328. That's such a good level there for risk management purposes. With a good M shape. It's like a Gartley. Gartley should be yellowish orange, like Tang colored. You know, I remember Tang. Okay, so let's go to the Mag 7. I don't think we had another request. No, we did. Let's look at LAC real quick, and then we'll go to the Mag 7. LAC, dude, I'll just show you real quick. Hold on. Dude, there's 3 minutes till the daily close. Bitcoin's pumping. Yeah, dude. There's something about this that is just very exciting. Okay, very exciting. So there was a trade setup posted in October of last year about just a local structure and pure and utter exhaustion. It was identified as only an exhaustion trade. So we knew that any rally could happen, but it wouldn't most likely be anything but short-lived. I think you get target one of the setup. The other two targets didn't get hit, and it rolled over. And now you have a way more formidable argument for a more pronounced reversal with an M shape completing. This M shape is no joke because the size of it, you've got a 178-day large structure, but it's all about this $2.62 level. Like, it's not this yellow line here is not a joke. You want to know why? Let me show you. You go back in history, 2014 and 15 and 16 and 19, and then what happened? One time they recaptured this level, violated it, then reconfirmed it. You had a springback test in June of 2020 before all heck broke loose and it rallied to, I think, all-time highs. So you're identifying a very discernible completed bat pattern, M shape, and that D point happens to be right at the completion zone of that harmonic, just happens to line up perfectly with a historical level that could not be argued with or denied by anyone. So that it makes it impeccable because risk management. So you don't only have an edge, an increased probability of resolution impending up, but you're also able to take on minimal losses in case your argument failed. Meaning you could set up a stop below 260, 250, whatever, and if your stop loss never gets triggered, 382, 512, 517, 678, way higher. This could usher in a complete and utter reversal of Lithium Americas Corporation, period. You could also get something like this, which would be even more incredible, a major discernible type 2 return of this M shape. Yeah, that could happen. But I'm just saying, for now, you finally got something, and it's beautiful. And I know in the Patreon Citadel, it was literally discussed. People were like, you think we're going back for, a back test, that 262? Yeah, we complete the M shape. Yep. Here's the M shape. It's here. It's crazy. So I wouldn't sleep on it. I would really be paying attention to anything about 262 on LAC is lowest risk ever for a long. The closer you are to that level with the most upside potential. A gap fill, a very good target, 668, easy. Over doubling in value for a good position trade target. Protect yourself below 262. But man, I mean, right? Like that's what we do here. This is what I wish crypto was doing. I wish Bitcoin had this. I wish the index funds had this. They just don't right now, unfortunately. So anyway, we did it, man. Daily candle is closed on Bitcoin, so let's go back to it and check it out. Top of the hour, let's go back to Bitcoin. What did we do? Nothing. Just like a nothing burger candle. It really wasn't like nasty. It could have been nasty. I'd have been a little more concerned about Bitcoin if we closed at 81.2. But it's just more of the same. Just chopping. In the middle of two levels. Remember LAC? Oh, look. You know, this is why I want us to just resolve down here. Hit that completion zone of the butterfly, recapture it, then reconfirm it. Do something like that. Then we're talking about you got an edge. You got an easy way to manage your risk. I'm just talking about the butterfly completing down here. Yeah, 1414 butterfly. You know, things get kind of scary. You know, it doesn't stop at the 1272. It goes lower because this market typically does the crazy stuff. We can go to 1618, which would be even lower. I mean, 1618 on this was, God, the max threshold of this butterfly is like 67.7. But all right, let's just say the 1414. And then, oh my God, it's all over for Bitcoin, chat. It's all over, right? And then they recapture the level. And then they reconfirm that level's validity that was once all this resistance. It flips to support for the first time in human history. And then it would be very easy to manage our risk, right? We're not even acting like we know if this would play out, that our trade setup would succeed.
A lot of people are worried about these magical payment computers Elon Musk has found. But don't worry, guys. He'll personally see to it that we get this solved. These scammer in the government are diluting my money, and I don't like it. They'll be sleeping with the fishes in no time. BC do have the potential of a varsity athlete.
God, the AI is just not a very good Tony Soprano. It's okay. Try, man. Varsity athlete. Right? You heard it, right? Then it's like,
when I was young, he told my girl cousins I would never be a varsity athlete, and frankly, that was a tremendous blow to my self-esteem.
not very good, man. Right? So I was just trying to talk about what we wish we could get for, you know, having an edge, and at the same time of having an edge, we're able to optimally manage our risk. You can't manage your risk optimally when you are trading at a level where we've never reversed in the history of the asset. It doesn't work that way. You have to wait. So it's like the comet, the proverbial comet, the analogy I make. A trade setup comes around. It is only actionable for a very, very brief moment in time when that comet is visible to the naked eye. But once that comet leaves Earth, we won't see it again for another 20 years. It is no longer actionable. You can no longer manage your risk optimally. You no longer have an edge. So currently, the Bitcoin comet, we don't know, it's somewhere out there in the Oort cloud or something. But we got more time before it gets close to Earth for an actual phenomenal setup. Sucks. Okay. Measure Bitcoin update on the new day. It really wasn't a big deal. Just more of the same. Illiquid, anemic, idiolated crypto market. That's what we got. All right. So since we started out on all those other things, let's look at the Mag 7. Let's look at Tesla, the worst loser of the day for the Mag 7. My God, man. You just thought, hey, people like keep like, you know, saying, hey man, I'm getting back in on Tesla. Well, taking L's, no W's for the dip buyers yet. You just gap down 5.34% on what? I mean, Apple was only down 0.6% today, so it's just, you're trading below 232 again. I think the gap fill right here, like the undeniable gap fill, is at 213.39. Right there from October. It was so, like, people would say it filled because they did, you know, this wick low from March 11th did touch the top of that candle, but traders settled up at 213.40 or whatever, 13. So I think that gap's still kind of unfilled. So, and then 205, 209 is a major inflection point. Yeah, you don't want to lose it because then you're going to 180 fast. Like, you're getting there. It's just you're having to really grimace while holding it. Because, I mean, I get it. Who could blame somebody for wanting to long Tesla after it loses 55.6% of its value in 83 days? And then it's up, I think on this gap up, it was up 7.5. Yeah, 8% at the highs, down, up, gap down, gapped up, and then gap down, gap down. Oh my God, it's brutal. But you have no edge. You're still impulsing, so sucks. Okay, best of luck. Another day of negative momentum. We've still not seen positive momentum on Tesla since December 20th. It's March 18th. Talking 3 effing months of negative momentum every day. That is crazy. Animal spirits hate government efficiency, clearly. Meta, bad day. Bad day. Fresh lows of the correction. Lowest daily candle close confirmed on Zuckerberg's stock since November 29th. Lowest lows and close of 2025, nearing the 200 simple moving average, but we've not yet tested it. That's coming. You haven't even touched that 200-day simple moving average in so long, man. Oh, are you kidding me? You haven't touched the 200 since February 2023. So it's been over 2 years since this red line has been touched. It's coming. And what a correction. You think people just trying to buy the dip here. It's not working. It's not a good idea to buy the dip without an edge. I mean, in my opinion, but it's just better to have a structure that increases your probability of a reversal. Kind of like what we saw in Google back at the end of remember the bear market down here? It was beautiful. You saw a classic accumulation structure develop after that 10-month drawdown. Favorable price action correlation to a spring back test of spring, and then the third valley, and then on the third valley there was so much demand that the sellers were unable to go test that same level that they had just tested 2 months prior. That, and then locally a little confirmation low, breaking the supply line. I mean, that's what you're talking about. That structure, that strategy, that's an edge for higher prices, and it went all the way to all-time highs off that structure. But here we are, impulsing. There is no structure. There was a structure. It was the shark, the 113 shark, and it overshot a little bit leading into earnings, but it did resolve perfectly. So Google, lowest daily candle close confirmed since September. Nvidia down 3.43%. They were really, during the keynote, they were pumping this thing. It was at the highs of the day. They went up and kind of tested 118 again. But here, I mean, am I crazy for saying, look, man, does anyone know what this is? What the arrow is pointing to? Anyone at all? Anyone? Just wondering. See if there's a pulse in the chat. We'll see. Poll. Let's see what the poll's doing. We got over 500 votes on this poll. 2/3 of y'all saying no, the rates will not be cut. Yeah, they probably won't. And that means what the market likes doing, if it wants the cuts, it's going to hold the market hostage with lower prices. What's up, outside trading? Love the vibes. Sorry, I mean, dude, the vibes could be so much better, man. Could be way better. Come back when we're in a bull market and how fun it is. Last year was so fun. Yes, okay, so dark cloud cover, Infinite Paradox said Drat cloud core. Nice, that was close, dude. Real close. Average Joe's Crypto's the first one to technically get it right. Nice job, dude. Caffeine, what's up? He did it. Nice answer. And that's it. This is why I like to say, what's the point of engaging with y'all? Like, I ask a question, I got 3 answers. For Traded Man, DCC, yeah, dark cloud cover. I mean, it's like, what's the point? So the dark cloud cover was confirmed today with follow through, and at the same time, oh my God, I want to vomit. 118 was formally confirmed as a resistance. Closed near the lows of the day. Unfilled gap really at 108.93. I mean, you think that's going to fill? We gapped down, but filled the gap pretty much at the highs at 119.07. It's disgusting. You were in a short-term downtrend. It's confirmed lower highs, lower lows until it's not. And you're below a key level. So the downside potential is massive. Minimum gap fill at 109. But really, if you're talking about swing low from history, at least $100, 101, 102. 97.25 is a big level too. Just remember the weekly. The weekly it's been here. Rising wedge. A beautiful, beautiful structure. I mean, that is textbook Shimmy Bulkowski's book if we actually resolve more. The bearish divergence was there on both oscillators. Look at it, man. Highest level of negative momentum on NVIDIA right now this week that we've ever seen. We've never seen this much. RSI coming off its lowest reading since October 2022. Still not even in the bearish control zone threshold, thankfully. So you don't want follow through in the next 3 days of trading. You don't want it, because then you're like talking about dark cloud cover on the weekly somehow. So gross, man. Google, well, we looked at Amazon, only down 1.49%. Unfilled gap, they might fill that soon. 195.68 easy. But the price action correlation to $200, very bad. What was once resistance has been reconfirmed as resistance. The 200-day simple moving average, confluent with that overhead resistance, that's been confirmed as resistance again after being broken, you're trading below it. Bearish and golden candle yesterday, until you're back above, you can't like Amazon until you're back above 200. It's the line in the sand. Good news, I guess, is this long-term multi-year channel, very pretty channel, right? 4 different tests, right? 1 and 2 to give it validity, then a third, then a fourth, nearing a 5th time. So you're getting near the oversold threshold of this very long-term uptrend. Started back in 2 years ago, literally 2 years ago it started. So, but no edge, no seller exhaustion implied. Lots of negative momentum. It's waning, but on the first drawdown of a histogram, or the first drawdown of that you see this first one, the wave down, a very severe wave, you get tons of negative momentum. And eventually that negative momentum gets back to neutral. You keep losing it. But all that is a complete and utter reset of momentum. So once we get back close to neutral, you very well could be seeing another major wave down after they reset it. So, and here's the problem. Even if you go on some joke reflexive rally, it'll probably end up being a lower high than these 2 highs. And then all of a sudden you can start talking about distribution. And the trend reversal begins. So you don't have a trend reversal yet. You just have a short-term impulse down after making all-time highs. So that's good at least. Microsoft. Oh my God, dude. Catch COVID. Bill Gates knows all about that. I mean, that is negative price action correlation to a level that you desperately needed to be positive. The downside, I mean, it's massive. It's like Downside minimums at this little swing low, 5% downside, 364. If that doesn't hold, it's an easy 10%, 9 to 10% downside on Microsoft from here. If that's real, that is just nasty, but it did look like last points of supply of some sort of distribution schematic. It was gross, man. Below the 200. Look at the 200 moving average is down sloping for the first time since when? You haven't seen a down sloping 200 some moving average since like February of 2023. So it's been over 2 years since your 200-day moving average down sloping. It takes a lot of down on price to move this thing downward. Look at the moving averages. Just think about it. We don't look at them all the time. 200 for reference, but look at it. That fanning action. Look here. I mean, it is.
Look here. Look, listen.
Trading below the 20, the 50, the 200. Amen. It's cooked. Nice trend, bro. Yeah, not what you want to see if you're hoping for higher prices. And Apple down 0.6%. But the issue with Apple, okay, the selling, it stopped for a couple days. Hype in the chat. But where did it stop? Nowhere. Below 216, 220. I'm sorry. Why have they not, like, how are they not even able to do this yet? They should at least do that before this. I mean, they're not even, oh God, I forgot this thing. I have to refresh everything, re-open my browser. I can't control Z. When I control Z, it does something weird. It doesn't delete my work. It just freaks the screen out. They haven't even done that. Like they should. Like they would. Like Microsoft, we just looked at that negative price action correlation. They can't even do it yet. Maybe they'll do it in a few days, but that's what we're looking for. But dang, man, if they can't even. I mean, easy 207, but probably 196, 198 if things get nasty. Here's the problem with Apple. Now, even if they did something crazy, short squeeze, we're going to do it. They could do this. Do you get it? And we're still in a downtrend. Apple could appreciate in value from where it is right now by 11%, and it still makes a very real and discernible lower high than the previous two highs, than the all-time high. That's what's so bad about this impulse down, what's occurred. That's your Mag 7. Sorry. Bitcoin 82.8. Hype in the chat, dude. It's Asia's buying, bro. Yeah, they're going to save the crypto market. Yeah, they're going to do it, man. Have fun with your crypto. Well, just let Trump say it.
Have a good time with your Bitcoin, your crypto, and everything else that you're playing with.
Who the hell knows? Remember what he said? Nobody's going to sell their Bitcoin, right? No, who the hell knows? Cooked since then. So yeah, man, if you're in the middle of two major levels, just get out your coin, start flipping it. That's your outcome. I want us to get down to 69, 73K so we could at least have an effing wave structure completing. But we may never get it because that's this market. Like, they could take this thing up again to 91.9, and then everyone's like, hey, dude, that butterfly, how about that butterfly? And it's still valid before this. It could very well happen. Crap. I have muscle memory of Control Z, and it's just not working. Yeah, so be good out there, chat. Yep. This soon shall pass. But until then, gotta come here. I gotta keep it real. I gotta do what I can to try to provide you with some value. Real quick, HYMC. If y'all remember, we looked at this. Closed up almost 14% today, and it's like, this is the stuff you try to find. You try to find this. I don't know, I had this, it didn't save or something. Type 1, type 2. This is what dreams are made of. You were on breakout watch yesterday. You were alerted. You were pinged. It was streamed about. You closed on the breakout, and look, gold went to all-time highs and just blasted off. And who knows where it will. I mean, 374 on deck, and then 462 after that. This could be just the beginning. This is what major reversals look like. You do not ignore stuff like this, but okay. All right. All I can say again is just pray for your Bitcoin. Pray that the coin flip lands on tails and we run to 91K, but hard to have confidence on anything in crypto right now. All right, chat. Thanks for coming out. I'll just be back. And thanks everyone for the renewals, of the Patreon/Citadel. It is especially important in times like these with such crappy price action. It means the world to know that many people out there are saying they still appreciate what I do in these conditions, because everyone wants a piece in these market conditions. Everyone. But the people that are still in this renewing, it's just I have just unbelievable amounts of gratitude for y'all. So I just want you to know that if you're watching and you do support, whether it's just hitting the like button, the bell, the sub, whatever, but especially the people that are in the Patreon/Citadel, y'all are amazing. You're supporting the team, keeping this going. So, because you know what will happen. You know opportunity will present itself again in crypto on these big tech. It will eventually, but it's just going to take time. So I'll be back. Until next time, respect the TA.